Hi, my name is Sean Flynn. I'm the product manager here at Paragon Stairs. Today we're going to go over some tips and tricks for getting your handrail ready for your spiral staircase installation. Let's go ahead and get started. So for this stage of the installation, there's a couple things to do before we start forming the handrail. First is make sure you have your instructions that you can follow along with. There's helpful information in there for how wide you need to expand the coil of your handrail for your particular stair's diameter. In this instance today, we're going to use a 5-foot diameter staircase, in which case we'll need to expand the handrail out to 75 inches. You're also going to need a clear space to work in that won't damage the handrail and has enough space for you to extend the handrail out in the final stages before installing it on your spiral staircase. The most important thing to keep in mind during your handrail forming process is to take your time, make small adjustments, and measure often. The only tools you'll need during this stage is a utility knife to open up the coil, some tape or a marker, and a lever of some sort. You can use a broomstick or a baluster from the staircase. So as I mentioned before, you'll need a clear space that's clean and has enough room so you won't be obstructed as you're forming the handrail. What I've done here is I've taken some of the cardboard from the spiral staircase packaging and laid it out on the floor so that I have this soft, clean space to work from. What I've also done is I've also created a template on the cardboard with these tape markings here. You'll notice that these are roughly about 75 inches across and front and back. And this provides an easy template for me as I'm expanding the handrail to gauge how much more I have to expand it to meet the requirements for this diameter spiral staircase. When you take your handrail out of the packaging, you'll notice that it's in a plastic bag and has zip ties holding the coil together. You can cut the zip ties at this stage, but leave it in the bag to protect the finish. Once you cut the zip ties, you'll notice that the handrail expands slightly from the coil. What you'll want to do before you start expanding it is measure from the end, roughly about 18 inches, and make a mark either with a marker or, as you can see here, with tape. And then continue that process throughout the rest of the coil, making a mark every 18 inches or so. This will come in handy as we are expanding the diameter and then shaping it for the final stage before installation as a helpful point of reference to where you're at in the adjustment process. The next thing we need to do is determine whether the handrail coil is for a right hand up application or a left hand up application. Right hand up applications mean you grab the handrail with your right hand as you ascend the staircase. In this example, we have a right hand up handrail coil. We know that because the cut end that's on the floor coils to the right. So we've reviewed our installation instructions. We know the diameter of the handrail for our particular application. Again, in this example, we're going to use a 5-foot diameter staircase, so a 75-inch coil. We have our handrail ready to go. We know the direction. We have it marked out so that we have our easy gauge as we're extending and shaping the handrail. And we're going to have some help come in to assist us with this stage.
Position the handrail so you start with the end that touches the floor. Place your foot on the tape marker to brace the handrail and slowly and smoothly pull the handrail up about 4 to 6 inches in the direction of the coil. Rotate to the next tape marker and repeat. You'll want to have at least 2 to 3 full rotations through the handrail, repeating this process. Expanding the diameter too quickly or in one rotation can lead to flattening or kinking of the handrail. Check the handrail coil measurement with your floor template as often as you see fit. To make final adjustments to the cut ends, insert a broom handle or baluster and push down towards the floor, keeping the cut end aligned with the curvature of the handrail coil. Now that you've expanded the handrail coil to the proper measurement for your staircase, you are ready to extend the handrail to the proper end-to-end length for your staircase. Refer to your instructions to find the proper end-to-end length required for your staircase and make a marking on the floor. With the help of another person, position the handrail so both cut ends are close to the floor. Firmly holding the handrail ends, slowly walk away from each other, pulling the handrail open smoothly. As you pull the handrail open, be sure to keep the cut ends facing away from the middle of the handrail. Once you've confirmed you've reached the proper end-to-end length for your handrail, you are now complete with this stage of the installation process.